If you look into a cloudless night sky, the stars seem to twinkle. But why do they do this, and do they do it at all? What phenomenon causes observers on Earth to think that their light is changing? According to researchers, the most accurate answer to the question, why do stars flicker, would be the following formulation: stars don't flicker. Stars have nothing to do with the twinkling we see in the night sky on cloudless days. That twinkling is the result of the way we see stars from Earth. Stars in the sky look like tiny little dots because they are so far away. For example, the star closest to us, Proxima Centauri, is about 4.2 light-years from Earth. That's 270,000 times farther than the distance from our planet to the Sun. And the light from the stars has to travel a huge distance before we can see it on Earth with our eyes. Scientists explain that before the light from stars reaches our eyes, it must pass through Earth's atmosphere. There, light collides with different layers of oscillating air. It is these vibrations that make the light flicker. That is, it seems to us that the stars themselves are twinkling. If you look at the stars from space, they will not flicker. The light has no atmospheric interference. When we look into the night sky, it seems to us that some stars twinkle more than others. This is affected by several factors. The more air the starlight needs to overcome in the Earth's atmosphere, the more twinkling the star will appear. For example, those stars that we see close to the horizon line may appear to shimmer so much. According to the scientist, the twinkling effect is also influenced by weather conditions at the time the stars are observed. If the air is saturated with moisture, it will be denser, which means the stars will appear to twinkle more. Because of these factors, scientists choose more favorable terms for observing stars and positions for placing ground-based telescopes. The largest and most powerful telescopes are in the mountains and where the air is not saturated with moisture. This makes it possible to reduce the distance that light travels from the stars through the atmosphere to the telescope mirrors and increases the efficiency of observations. The Atacama Desert in Chile and the volcano tops in Hawaii, in the Pacific Ocean, and the Canary Islands are considered the most ideal locations for telescopes. These telescopes have the best ability to see starlight. Where the air is dry and thin, these places are the best places to observe the stars. There are no strong air fluctuations that cause the light to flicker. If you look closely at the night sky, the brightest stars, such as Sirius, change color during flickering. This is because the light from such bright stars refracts slightly, that is, bends in the Earth's atmosphere. And this causes the color of the star to change during the flicker. But there are stars in the sky that don't twinkle at all, because they are planets in the solar system. They are much closer to us and they simply reflect the light from the sun, which does not change as it passes through the atmosphere.